I bid you all good morning, good evening, good night, wherever you may be watching this transmission. It is I, Mike Martins. Well, we got a very well down-to-earth, in-toned article. I guess that's in tune or in tone or hitting the right note, if you want to get really technical about this, through a musical fashion. Employers face record high, get it, record, fashion, music? Anyways, face record high job vacancy rate, says report. Employers face record high job vacancy rate. Okay, so what people don't want these jobs? Now, before I even read this damn thing, I'm going to tell you. It's because people can't afford to live in these places! That's plain and simple! There's no magic trick, there's no pixie dust, there's no sprinkling of crack. It is people can't afford to live in these places! Ontario, Quebec, British Columbia have the highest number of unfilled jobs. Unfilled. What do you think? What do you think? Of course, who's going to live here? No one can live here. I know a lot of people that would live there, do their profession, or do what they went to college to learn, but they can't afford it. Private firms continue to face record high job vacancy rate of 3.2%. for the sixth consecutive quarter. Sixth quarter! 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18 months! It's not 18 days. 3 months of 2019, according to the report from the Canadian Federation of Independent Business. By the end of last year, 434,000 private sector jobs were left unfilled, up by 2,400 compared to the previous quarter, by 9,000 compared to the same quarter of 2018. The personal services industry recorded a 5.1% job vacancy rate, up by 0.2% compared to the previous quarter. It was also the highest among industries. Construction, 4.3%. Hospitality, 4.2%. Professional services, 3.7%. And health services, 3.6%. Brain drain! Canadian brain drain! Weird Al needs to make a parody song about the great Canadian brain drain. We are also among the industries with the highest vacancy rates. Yeah. No one could afford. We'll get to it right in a few seconds here, okay? Natural resources, 2%, and finance, 2.3% have the lowest vacancy rates. Of course, finance, you don't need a degree. Natural resources? I think you need to do something in art for that. I'm just joking. I don't know. But, yeah, the ones that require, like, heavy education, people are burdened with these student loans, and they can't even, they get the mortgage of the student loan ever since student loans became federalized. It ruined everything for everybody once the government puts its fingers in the pie. Woo! Okay, industry and geography play a role in vacant cities, but factors like business size, growth intentions, and future outlook, as well as the kinds of positions they are trying to fill, are ultimately more influential, says Ted Mallet, CFIB's chief economist. While high vacancy rates tell us that there are a lot of businesses looking to grow, they also pose additional costs and productivity pressures on those businesses that may have to forego contracts or capital investments while they try to staff up. Yeah. Employers with at least one vacant position expected to push the average organization-wide wage levels up by 2% in the fourth quarter compared to the 1.4% increase planned by business with no vacancies, says CFIB. So the price of everything is going up like 2 to 5%. There's some things that go up 13% in a year. And you're telling me now that it's 1.4%? Well, that's why. One, nobody could afford to live in these cities or these specific places. Look how specific these places are that I read off on the list. And then two, why would you pay so much money to live in a place, you know, where everybody, like when I lived in Vancouver, it's just like I felt this, like, everybody hates each other mentality. It's like, you know what? I'm going to get the heck out of here. You know what I'm saying? Ontario, 171,000. Quebec, 123,000. And British Columbia, 66,900 have the biggest number of job vacancies among provinces, while Prince Edward Island is the lowest at 900. Canada's construction industry will need to hire more than 307,000 workers over the... Well, they deported all the Portuguese. Well, who's going to do that? All the Portuguese got shipped back in 2005, 6, and 7, and 8. Tons, 40,000 Portuguese families. Now who's going to do all this work? Over a decade to keep pace with labor force demand, according to the report from Think Build Force Canada. A separate survey from the CFIB found that small employers are also facing skills and labor shortage. So there it is, guys. This is brought to us from HR News, HR reporter from HR Canadian Reporting, HR, and what's happening in the HR world when it comes to human resources. So, well, here it is. This is from 2018. City of Vancouver defines $3,702 rent as affordable housing. Affordable housing. Affordable housing is for people, for affordable housing, they're working on the minimum pay. They're getting by. They're working themselves up to get promoted and better their lives and maybe go to school at night, But $3,702 rent is affordable. And this is the reason why. Aboriginals and whites leaving Metro Vancouver. Aboriginals and whites leaving Vancouver for other regions of BC, particularly to live in the Fraser Valley, Vancouver Island, and the Okanagan, according to Stats Canada. Aboriginals and whites are leaving the Metro Vancouver for other regions. A net total of 9,345 whites and 460 Indigenous people left Metro for other parts of the province in the one-year period, ending in July 2016, according to the newly released Stats Can. So people born and raised in the city. So there it is, man. Through extensive research, found that diverse cities like Metro Vancouver tend to lose white populations at a faster rate. And then then while less diverse cities gain them. So there it is, man. There it is. That's what's happening. This ain't a joke, guys. I ain't making this up. We've been talking about this on Trends in the Housing Market, I don't know, for the last 5 years. Anyways, guys, speaking of Trends Housing Market, go here. Don't forget to set your reminder for the show for Trends in the Housing Market. And don't forget to sign up for Mike in the Night if you can for this Saturday night. Mike in the Night, 9 p.m. sharp. We'll be kicking off. We'll be talking a lot of stuff on Mike in the Night. You guys let me know what you guys think in the comments below about this. I told you, brain drain. Canada, there's a big secret, and it's not really getting out there. They kind of, all the people that have importance, or like people that actually have real jobs that are in real high demand, they're all going stateside. They moved to Louisiana. They moved to South Carolina, Florida, Texas. They just want to live, they just want to own a home and live a normal life, When you could buy a house for $160,000 with a pool, what the hell are you going to do? Live in one of these box condos and pay $1 million for it and then have no neighbors because the city, they're telling you, there's like basically nobody living in these cities anymore. And that's what's going to happen. You're going to have these vacant cities and people are just not going to deal with it. It's going to be tourism and a bunch of empty units that are sitting there gaining wealth on paper. Anyways, guys, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Tell me what you guys think. Thanks for watching.